Yo, what up, everyone? I am here to teach you guys how to effectively build a competitive Pokemon team. Okay, so we all know about Pokemon Showdown. This has every Gen 9 Pokemon in it. Tells you, you can look up any Pokemon that's legal, illegal, all this stuff. But I'm going to show you guys another website that is very popular, but maybe some people in my community may not know about it. It is this website right here. It is called Pikalytics. Okay. Pikalytics gives you a breakdown of everything that's going on in the meta. So over here, it tells you every single like Pokemon, like its usage rate and all these things. It tells you their most popular moves that they have, what teammates what teammates they like use with it, um, like what items, its abilities, its EV spreads. And when you're trying to ladder and you're trying to like compete, if you're trying to compete in a Pokemon tournament, or if you're just trying to do really good against your friends or anything or whatever, it's very important to understand what is meta, what's what to expect, because there's a lot of variables in competitive Pokemon, and you guys got to be understanding of what's happening. So Fluttermane, this is the number one used Pokemon in the format. Choice specs, you know, with this EV spread, this is the most common Pokemon in the format. So when you're team building, you got to be aware. Hey, 64% of the time, I'm gonna run into a Fluttermane. You gotta have an answer for Fluttermane. Like you have to be prepared. Like you gotta have some kind of counter to Fluttermane. Like you have to be knowledgeable of, okay, when I see Fluttermane, I gotta, I have this move, I have this Mon, I have this strategy, whatever. It's very, very important. Same thing with Urshifu Rapid Strike. This is the Water Urshifu. Surging Strikes is one of the most busted fucking moves of all time. Yeah, this thing's fucking busted. Um, yeah, super insane. Um, Choice Scarf is actually the most popular. I wasn't expecting that. Mystic Water is just a nuke. Focus Sash is pretty good. Um, Again, you see it with Fluttermane, Chin-Pao. It's really good. Amoonguss is the third ranked. Amoonguss is like your typical Trick Room counter because it's so fucking slow, 30 speed. And then it just puts things to sleep. It can, draw attacks away, protect its teammates with Rage Powder. It can heal with Pollen Puff. Yeah, this thing is really annoying. And you see, one of the meta trends is Rocky Helmet, Amoonguss. So, the way this is kind of how a meta starts to develop and how things happen is Urshifu is so popular, right? Surging Strikes is so popular. It's a 3-hit move. So, it hits your opponent 3 times, right? So, people start running Rocky Helmet Amoonguss because Surging Strikes is so common. You can swap into Surging Strikes, and then the Urshifu is going to get hit by that Rocky Helmet 3 times. That's how, that's an adaptation of people saying, hey, Urshifu is so popular, let me now counter that by using a Rocky Helmet with Amoonguss. You know what I mean? Tornadus, this is your standard Tailwind setter. Get Tailwind, Flying Stab. It can run dual weather, which is fucking crazy. Um, Somebody out there is running Defiant, fucking Thunderous or Tornadoes. Don't do that. Covert Cloak's really good, so then you don't get faked out. So it's pretty much a free Tailwind. Um, yeah. Tornadoes pretty standard. Again with Fluttermane and Urshifu. Um, But yeah, this is a really good website to use when you are trying to team build. You can see a lot of meta trends. You can see, what's good, what's not. You know, as you can tell, Regulation D is a very This is a big format. There's a lot of like really good mons. It's not super centralized a whole lot. Like even the mon like Gastrodon with 5%. Like Gastrodon won tournaments. Like Iron Bundle's really good. It's only at 4%. I think Basculesian, Armarouge, and Regidrago, I think all of them are like really good. Like Moltres at 2%. Like there's a lot of really, really good mons here. So you gotta know that like all these mons are like viable. You can pretty much run a lot of different things as long as you make it good. As long as you make your team good. Like as long as you know, take your time, really plan out, you know, how to team build. But this website is definitely extremely helpful, and you're gonna want to use it. You're gonna want to use it to really make something really good. So I thought it would be cool if we, in this video, kind of maybe team build together, and I can kind of show you guys my process and how I build a team using this and using Showdown together. So let's do it. Let's do it. I've been really struggling against mons like Urshifu. Urshifu is just like so good. So I'm thinking, like, I think Gastrodon's just like really good. Maybe like Flying Terra Gastrodon to just totally counter Urshifu. So then it can't hit us with a fighting type move, and Storm Drain, you know, just shuts down Surging Strikes. I think it's really, really good. For now, I'm just going to put like a defensive type of item. So Gastrodon likes to protect its teammates from water moves. That's like its #1 thing. You don't even run water stab on it. This is like a standard set with like Yawn, Ice Beam, Earth Power, Protect. That's like the most like standard set. I don't like running Yawn just because I think it's kind of lame. I think it's kind of boring, personally. So I'm going to run Terra Blast. And like something like that. But I'm going to put Brave Nature. No, I'll run that. Guess you kind of want to outspeed Amoonguss outside of Trick Room. Okay, so we have our Urshifu counter, right? Now, what I'm also thinking is like, what's really, really good is like, it's kind of tough. You also got to think like what things Terra into. What's really important. And I guess this doesn't show like what Amon's most common like Terra into. Alright, see you, Chad. Because I know like Heatran normally likes to do like Grass Terra. So like I think like a flying type's just like really good. So I think Tornadus. Speed control is also just like really, really important. I'm cool with Tornadus. Maybe we give it Bleak Wind Storm. We give it Tailwind. I think we're gonna run Rain Dance. And we'll run Protect. Fuck that. Huh. Where's... Okay. So we got our speed control. We got our Urshifu counter. Now... Flutter Mane is really, really good. It's really, really busted. Like, we could run Flutter Mane ourselves. could just run it. I don't know. You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking? Okay, so I kind of want to run like a pseudo rain team, I guess. Like I've been wanting to run like Thunderers. Like, bro. Wildboard Storm, so strong in this format. Like, if you look at it, like, beats Urshifu, beats Tornadus, hits Heatran, Golden Go. It hits, like, Electric's, like, so good in this format. Can hit so many things for, like, at least, like, neutral damage. But what you guys also gotta know is that the Genie's moves, like Bleak Wind Storm and Wildboard Storm, in rain, they have 100% accuracy. So that's why, like, we want to run Rain Dance. Like, we could set up a rain... Like, I guess I could use Pelipper, but... kind of just want to have, like, a rain mode. Instead of just being, like, all 100%, like, pseudo-rain. Does that make sense? So we're going to run Discharge... Does this have a Electro Web? This gotta have Electro Web, right? No web? Damn, it doesn't get Electro Web. Man. We'll give a Grass Knot to hit, like, Gastrodon. To hit opposing Gastrodons. Alright, so maybe we just run Thunderbolt. And again, we're gonna run Flying Terra Blast on here again. Flying Terra Blast is just so good. It's just so good. I'm gonna give it an AV because we have all attack moves. So another really good mon that I think could also benefit from, like, can work inside and outside of rain is Rillaboom. Rillaboom's really good. So if we go here and look at Rillaboom, what's like normal Rillaboom? You know, Fake Out, U-Turn, Woodhammer, Knockoff. Drum Beating's pretty popular. They run it with AV. So here, I'm gonna search up Thundurus. Thundurus Therian. Choice specs. They like to give it a choice item. Alright, fuck it. I'll give a choice scarf. I'll give the AV to Rillaboom. So, you want to have like a pretty balanced team, you know. You want to have good switch-ins, you know. So, a really good idea that a lot of people run is called a Fire, Water, Grass core. Because, you know, you can always kind of switch in. If you think a water move's coming, you can swap in to your grass type. And if you think the grass type's about to get hit by a fire move, you can swap in your water type. And then it's like a kind of a good circle of things. Fake Out's really good. It's the best move in Pokemon. U-Turn is good. Woodhammer's a fucking nuke. knock off good coverage. Kind of like my Rillabooms to be kind of bulky, to be honest with you. I'll run something like that. So now I kind of want a good fire type. I think the best fire type in the format is probably Heatran, but like yeah, you can run Heatran. It's really good. Chi-Yu is really good. Kind of like Hisuian Arcanine though. Like Hisuian Arcanine, I feel like is underused. You're at 6%. But like Flare Blitz Rock Slide is just so strong. Like it's really strong. Whoops. Yes, that's my music. We listen in the game chops, okay? I didn't mean to click that. Like, I could run, like, Chi-Yu Fluttermane. Could run Chi-Yu Fluttermane. Which, for those who don't know, Chi-Yu has a really busted ability called Beads of Ruin, which lowers the special defense of your opponent by, you know, a quarter. So, you pair that with another special attacker, and you can just deal massive damage. So, like, that would give us the Fire, Water, Grass core, and could give us, you know, good synergy with Fluttermane. And I guess my Fluttermane counter could just be my own Fluttermane. Huh. I guess we could do that. So we're going to give Fluttermane a booster energy. Maybe like Dazzling Gleam. Shadow Ball. You know, kind of want to run something kind of... Okay, so it gets Trick Room and it gets a move called Imprison. So my team is kind of weak against Trick Room. Like we have a Tailwind, kind of faster team. So what you can do is if you run Trick Room Imprison, if you Imprison, that means the enemy team can't use any moves that Pokemon also has. So like if you have Trick Room on your set and you run Imprison, then your opponent cannot set up Trick Room, which is really busted. So I'm thinking we run like a super fast Fluttermane, and then we can Imprison. So like if I could Imprison before an opposing Fluttermane can even move, and then they can't even like they can't use Dazzling Gleam or Shadow Ball or anything, which I think is really strong. And then maybe we put like the Choice Specs onto the Chi-Yu. Give this like Heat Wave, Dark Pulse. Give it like Overheat as a fucking nuke. I like Snarl. Alright, and then we have a team. and I think this seems pretty good. Um, you know, and I think that's kind of like my process. I try to have like good synergy between all my types. You know, I don't have a whole lot of overlapping types. Flying, I do have 2 flying types. Um, Also, we didn't change our Terra. I like to run Fairy Terra Fluttermane just for maximum damage with Dazzling Gleam. I think something like Chi Yu, I think like you might want to run. Like this thing is weak to Urshifu by like a lot. Um, like maybe like Ghost. Like it's weak to ground, fighting, water. Like honestly, flying's just really good. Oh, it's also weak to rock too. And maybe like grass Terra. Rillaboom, maybe give it like yeah, that's fine. And yeah, and that's the team. So definitely go check out Pikalytics if you ever want to make a competitive team. It definitely helps. You know, this was just one team. You know, next time in the next video, I'm actually going to be using the team and playing with the team. And let's see how this team can do next time, man. Um, but yeah, you could pretty much use that method to make any type of team. You know, I could have made like a hard trick room team and look up like the best trick room mons. I could have, you know, you could just pick any Pokemon you want. Like say I just wanted to build around Dragapult. It tells you like what teammates I should use, what moves, you know, what items, all those things. You know, there's a lot to learn on here and a lot to, you know, look at. So definitely you guys gonna want to check it out. I would love to make more competitive Pokemon content for y'all, more VGC content for y'all, and you guys, you know, better understanding what I'm doing or getting into the community would be awesome and would help me as well. So hope all you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you guys like this type of content, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, man, next time we're going to be using this team and see how high we can get on the ladder. Hopefully we can fuck some shit up. And yeah, take care, everyone. Till next time. Peace.